Before you scroll, pause for one heartbeat because sometimes one small moment can change an entire life. Imagine a boy so quiet you might miss him in a crowd, standing under lights brighter than anything he has ever known. If this story moves you even a little, tap like, subscribe to the channel, and stay till the end, because Juan's journey is proof that miracles often arrive disguised as courage. Juan grew up in a narrow alley in Manila, where mornings began with the sound of jeepneys coughing awake and nights ended with the hum of tired dreams. His home was a single-room space shared with his mother and younger sister, patched together with love and patience. His father had passed away when Juan was still learning how to tie his shoes, leaving behind a silence that never fully left the room. To help his family, Juan sold sampaguita flowers outside churches after school, his small hands learning responsibility far too early. Yet even in those long days, there was something that made his eyes light up: music. It lived in the radio of a nearby sari-sari store, in the church choir he listened to from the back pews, and in the songs he hummed while counting coins at night. Juan never had formal lessons. No piano in the house, no microphone, no stage. What he had was a borrowed guitar with 2 missing strings and a voice shaped by hardship and hope. At night, after his sister fell asleep, Juan would sit by the window and sing softly so the neighbors wouldn't complain. His mother pretended not to hear, but she always paused her sewing, letting the sound wash over her like a promise that maybe, just maybe, life had more planned for her son than struggle. The idea of auditioning for America's Got Talent came from a school teacher who once heard Juan sing during a class activity. The teacher saw something rare, something honest. At first, Juan laughed it off. America felt farther away than the moon. But his mother believed before he did. She sold her old phone, borrowed money, and told Juan that fear was expensive, but regret cost even more. Standing backstage at AGT, Juan felt smaller than he ever had in Manila. The walls were cold, the air smelled different, and every voice around him sounded confident. His shoes were worn, his shirt simple, but his heart carried the weight of an entire family. When his name was called, his legs shook. He walked onto the stage and looked out at the audience, thousands of strangers, and then at the judges. Simon Cowell sat there, calm and unreadable. Juan swallowed hard. When asked about his story, Juan spoke softly. He talked about his mother, his sister, and how music helped him forget hunger and pain. His voice cracked, but he didn't stop. Then the music began. The first note silenced the room. Juan sang with a voice far older than his years, carrying sorrow, faith, and longing in every breath. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. Each lyric felt like a letter written to the world, asking to be seen. The audience leaned forward. Some wiped their eyes. Even the cameras seemed to slow down, as if afraid to interrupt the moment. When the final note faded, there was a split second of stillness, and then the room erupted. The crowd rose to its feet in a standing ovation that felt endless. Juan stood frozen, unsure if this joy was meant for him. The judges praised his honesty, his courage, and the purity of his voice. Then Simon spoke. He said he had heard many singers, but few made him feel something so deeply in such a short time. Simon stood up. Juan's breath stopped. With a calm smile, Simon walked over and pressed the golden buzzer. Gold confetti exploded from above, raining down like a dream Juan never dared to have. Juan dropped to his knees, overwhelmed, crying openly as his mother rushed the stage and held him. In that moment, the boy from a Manila alley was no longer invisible. He was seen. He was heard. But the golden buzzer wasn't the end, it was the beginning. Backstage, Juan struggled with doubt. Could he really belong here? Other contestants had training, resources, confidence. Juan had memories of hunger and long walks home. Yet every time fear crept in, he remembered his mother's hands, rough from work, and his sister's smile when he sang. Week after week, Juan performed, not just with his voice, but with his story. He sang for kids who felt forgotten, for parents who sacrificed everything, for dreamers told they were unrealistic. He stumbled once, his voice cracking under pressure, but he didn't give up. The judges reminded him that strength isn't never falling, it's standing back up. By the time the finale arrived, Juan was no longer just a contestant. He was a symbol. A reminder that talent has no address, and dreams don't ask permission. When he sang his final song, it felt like a thank you letter to Manila, to his family, to every person who believed. Win or lose, Juan had already changed his life. Today, his story continues beyond the stage. He sends money home. His sister goes to school without fear. His mother smiles more. And Juan? He still sings, now louder, now freer, but with the same heart that once sang through an open window in Manila. If Juan's journey touched you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this story, because somewhere out there, another one is waiting for a sign that dreams are worth chasing. And sometimes, that sign is you.